7 years. 140 sessions. An adventure that started a very long time ago in the grand scheme of things comes to a close tonight. It's something that is difficult to fathom in most cases. And to be honest, I could not be happier that we have gotten this far. Joining me for the final time in this campaign, I have Nether playing Renji Vox.
I believe we were supposed to say, ah!
I have also had Avrdal playing Hikan Sio. I have had RoboPirate playing Zayden Jari.
It's been fun.
And I have had Max, played by Danny Cat.
Ultimate episode, let's go!
Let's go!
Oh dear. And so, for the final time, Nether, if you would do the honours.
Thank you very much. Darkness looms over the kingdom of Hyrule, with a raging civil war, a cartel targeting the royal family, and an ancient evil lying in wait for everything come full tilt. But not all is lost. By some twist of fate, a kind-hearted monk on a mission to find the ancient artifact, a nobleman's son desperate to change his destiny, unsure of what he has, a mage who freed himself from captivity and cruel experiment, and a wise sage shepherding these lost souls, his heart heavy with the loss of his own family. These individuals all find themselves in the employ of the first serving under the kind Minister of Education, then as a task force operating under the jurisdiction of the Crown, solving mysteries and dealing with problems around Hyrule as the Storm's Eye. Together with their friend, the scribe Mara, they unravel the plots laid by the villainous schemers bit by bit, laying low the Twilight Cartel, vanquishing the rebels in the Hyrule, and uncovering the real mastermind behind everything. Nazgrada, ancient mage, ruler of undead legions, wielder of the Death Sword, seated within his dread realm of lament, it still has some tricks up its sleeve, and its secret weapon was revealed at last. Mara, friend of our heroes, valued member of the Storm Eye, was revealed to be not human after all, but a spirit. A sword spirit. The sword spirit of the Death Sword. Having wandered across Hyrule for years, this spirit has found herself, creating a life, an identity, and connection with the Storm's Eye, only to be cruelly torn away from them, reduced to her erstwhile function and purpose, to be wielded by a personification of evil. Faced with the imminent invasion of undead, the Storm's Eye must gather all their allies, use all their might to defeat their arch-foe. And maybe more importantly, they must find a way to free their friend. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. A storm is brewing, and we shall soon see where lightning strikes. Can our heroes find the calm within the eye of the storm? It's time to find out.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
And so, our party, having prepared as much as possible, standing within what was once an innocuous stretch of the Hyrule field, surrounded by allies of all stripes. A testament to the goodwill and heroism that they have displayed. Surrounded by faith in them. They begin their plan, their effort to strike back. The four of you, accompanied by Chaplain of Din, Larson Graves, and a small contingent of priests, as well as Astrid and a number of magisters from Zora's domain, all place your hands on the mechanism pulled from the spelljammer that got you out of the Plane of Lament the first time. Now, to send you back. Once you transfer over to the other side, the differences in time and environment will hit you with everything it has. Once you do this, you know that there is no going back. You must triumph. Before you activate the mechanism, is there anything that you would like to say or do?
That bit in the video game where it's like, go do stuff now because the end of the game's here.
Yeah, there's those giant pop-up in the air where it's like, this will you'll
Several cutscenes will play in sequence.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly right. In this case, Renji looks at everyone who is gathered. And he'll say, you are showing today, right here, right now, your true conviction. And as such, that makes you such wonderful individuals, such wonderful people. It shows where your heart truly is. With your friends, with those you protect, and with the lands that you live in. I thank you, each and every one. Let's do this.
Next is fussing with the spelljammer part, making sure that it's ready to go as soon as everyone else is ready.
Hikan simply nods.
Zed?
Nothing to say. Ready to go.
Okay. Start with the final checks complete. Activating the mechanism as you know how to do, Max.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
world.
this time I don't need to put all my magic in it.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
The world around you distorts. Blips out of existence as you fall through a tunnel of colours and clouds. Despite the fact that your physical body tells you that you are not moving. But then those colours fade. The lights begin to dim. You can feel the chill running down your spines. You can feel eyes upon you. Your perception of time begins to warp. And then eventually, you reappear. Around you is, stretching beyond the edges of your dark vision, is a void. A few spires dot the landscape that you can see still, but it is simple darkness, oppressive darkness, empty but crowded all at once. You have returned to the plane of lament. Astrid takes her hand off the mechanism as everything settles down and looks about along with her magisters and seems speechless. Larson, for his part, double checks to see if the straps on his plate mail are appropriately tightened. He has his firm grip on his spear, and he looks about again and says, I've been here seconds and already this feels awful.
Yes. It
Any
will.
luck, we won't be here long.
Yes, we will not tarry. This is it. The time Steel Nazgûl. Yeah. And I think Renji will have mentioned this prior to everyone getting here, but he's just going to vamp and shout things to make this ritual seem more grand and important than it really is. With
Gonna fly up a bit to see if we can see anything coming.
Okay, how far up?
How high up do I need to be to see over like the nearest dunes?
Well, it's not so much a matter of elevation at this point, it's more of a matter of distance. That as far as your dark vision can go.
Yeah, 60 feet then.
Okay. Alright.
Just to see if I can see any hints of movement in the distance.
Okay. Hikan, Zayden, what are you doing?
Poseidon will stay with the group and keep an eye out for any threats on land.
My original plan was to use Visage of the Astral Self and shout, or if somebody could cast Thaumaturgy on me, to shout up to 1,800 feet away.
If you want someone to cast Thaumaturgy on you, I've got that.
But I don't know if I want to spend that one key point to do that.
If you want Thaumaturgy...
So he'd have to do both to get 1,800 feet.
1,800 feet.
Yeah.
Before you do that, since we're going to probably presumably go into the fight pretty soon, I'm going to do the typical thing. I'm going to foresight on Hikan.
Okay.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah, I think Hikan's still going to loudly talk shit. He's just not going to spend the key point. He's just going to loudly talk shit because he thinks that Nazgûl can see him everywhere in this place.
Okay.
Wow, didn't even show up to greet us. What a bitch.
Meanwhile...
Whole host.
Meanwhile, Larson begins instructing his priests in beginning work on Hallow. Unfortunately, Hallow has a casting time of 24 hours, so he's going to be there for a bit. And Astrid, for her part, begins taking the materials that have been provided to her by Uriel and others to replicate the same ritual that had been used on Nazgûl before in order to try and mimic it as best as possible, utilizing different bits of minor illusion and prestidigitation in order to generate spell effects that look the part but conserving their mana just in case.
I will help with that, definitely. All the while I'm shining some light with aspiration fulfilled now in a different hue than before.
Time ticks away. What feels like a few minutes passes like hours. Besides the noises that you are making, it feels like horrid, heavy silence out there. However, eventually, there is something as a voice enters all of your minds, sounding as if coming from every direction, but not all at once, forcing you to look this way and that as to where it might be coming from. So, this is what I have to contend with.
Having experienced previous voices in my head, is there a way that I know that I project my voice to whoever is sending this?
You have a feeling that either speaking aloud or thinking at him would probably work just as well as each other.
Yeah, Max was just gonna say in response, then come deal with it, you coward.
You would think that I would fall for such bluster.
Yeah.
I mean, it is fine if you wish to stay your hand.
I mean, we
It's
showed
all
up.
the easier for us to deal with.
We showed up in your place where all your stuff is stronger just to fight you. Because it'll keep everyone back there safe.
Arrogance. You commenced this under the assumption that my forces are not already marching. But I do thank you for your arrival. Truly. After all, you had been kind enough to return unto me my sword, and now you bring me more lambs to the slaughter.
Oh, we have a score to settle with you yet.
I am sure. But I am curious. It had provided me with such insight. Why is it that you persist? Not for aspects of futility, but why? Why subsist on the pain?
Because her name is Mara.
And we are going to get her back.
I mean more for your own individual pains before you even met the sword.
Just shut up. If you want to stop us, you can. You can get over here. If not, we are going to seal you from here anyway. So it is up to you whether you want to, have some agency or not. Normally, I would like to ask my foes whether they want to stand down. I will not give you this satisfaction.
If you insist.
And nonchalantly, I just turn to the priests and the magisters and carry on.
I have been alive for longer than you imagine. I've seen every trick, And I know the weakness of those who are deeming themselves as heroic. You might survive me, but will they? I'm going to pull you over to the map.
Max's response to that would be, and yet, you can't even make a single friend. Literally the easiest thing in the world.
Ouch.
As he says this, you can see at the edges of your vision, coming into view, several humanoid shapes. Gaunt, ragged in flesh and bone, ravenous in gaze, and floating behind them clouds of pestilent insects. It's quite clear that the target here is not you. It is the people that you have brought with you, and Nazgradar is nowhere to be seen. Roll initiative.
Oh, good start. Natural 1.
Natural 1 as well.
Wow. Roll20 has decided, fuck your ultimate episode.
Alright. So, we have Larson represent the priests. He didn't roll a natural 1, but he's still behind everybody else. We'll have Astrid represent the mages. And we'll have an umbral fog represent our undead legions here. 11.
At least everyone's rolling shit.
The highest number is a 15 at 19th level.
Okay, so top of the initiative we have Zayden, then Max, then Renji, then the undead, then the mages, then Hikan, then the clerics. Zayden, what do you wish to do?
Zayden is going to step up here, will hold his new staff up high, and is going to summon a magic circle.
Is he choosing undead?
Yeah. Let's see, 5, 10. No, that's needs to be a box.
Yes, because everyone knows that a circle is square in D&D.
The right size.
10-foot radius? Yeah, looks like it.
And then so that was my main action. I'll also, as a bonus action, you can cast resistance upon myself. And these two priests, Larson and Renji.
Okay.
Resistance. Excellent.
All right.
Just stand there to do that, but then I
Cool.
can move
No worries. Okay. Then Max.
Well, Max doesn't want to give Nazgûl the impression that we're holding back, so I'm gonna do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones in a cone. If I come down a bit. Hold on. That should go away. This is 60 feet of movement. So 120. And yeah, they need to do saving throws.
Okay.
It's Blue Dragon Transformation.
Okay. So, let's see. So it is deck saving throws from the look of it. So none of the ghouls can pass.
DC 23.
Yeah. And the hit point pool has not enough strength in order to weather that damage.
And I know AoEs are better against swarms than just hitting them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Area effect damage, so that would be... And yeah, the fog is also utterly decimated.
Okay.
Nice.
That is my action.
Okay.
I will, just... Can I change the damage on this to the 17th level? I did, okay. I will throw a firebolt at the last one.
Okay.
23 or 22.
23 with 22. That is not only a hit, but is also enough damage to kill it. Like, on the nose, it is enough to take it out. This point.
My Swiss behind me says, I've got this one.
Okay. Excellent. So with a show of arcane force, you wipe out essentially an entire flank of undead. Renji.
All right. I am going to dramatically throw back my cape, my cloak, which then imbues me with speed. I rush over here, and I'm going. Let's see. I'm going to first attack this one. Let's see how that works. That's just the damage. Never mind. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
So I'm just going to re-roll that damage if that's okay.
That's alright.
Let's see. 53 points of damage.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
It's quite dead.
It's very dead.
And then this one. Actually, no, hold on. I did not do sneak attack damage. And there is another enemy there. So it's only 27.
Okay. Only 27 damage, that still kills it.
Which is because now I can actually use sneak attack on this one.
Yeah.
That is 25
That
to
hits.
hit. And that is 31 points of damage.
That's down.
And with that, I am moving up here.
Okay. Excellent. That's the case. Now moves on to the undead's turn. This umbral fog will swarm in to the nearest source of life, which is you, Hikan, and will attempt to bite at you. But a 13 doesn't hit. This other umbral fog will move in to attack the nearest source of life, which is the mage that is on this flank. They are in a magic circle, so they have disadvantage on the attack roll, of course.
They cannot enter the magic circle.
They can't enter the magic circle. Oh, well.
Nope.
I'll go
Just
here.
denied.
Yeah, if so they can't enter, but they can attack things with range stuff, I think.
I don't
But
think
they
it'd
will-
actually bite the things, because obviously they'd have to enter the
What it
circle to bite.
says is disadvantage on attack
Targets
rolls against
within
targets
the
within the.
zone. Yeah.
The creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means.
Does that mean that it's technically a wall that they can't use melee attack through?
I wouldn't say so. I think I think it means that they can't enter a square that is covered by the circle, but if something's standing on the edge of the circle, then they might be able to nip at it briefly. They'll still have disadvantage to attack it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very disadvantaged.
Mhm.
$13. What is this mage's AC? They have mage armor up, so they have 15, which is not enough for the umbral fog to attack them, thankfully. The mages, in turn, seeing that they are now under attack, will in turn attempt to retaliate. What they are going to do is they're going to, because they are not exactly as capable as any of you, they have elected to be perhaps a bit more conservative with their magic. So, what they will first do is they will the Astrid and the two not in melee will attempt to attack the swarm with a series of firebolts. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, all of which hit, I believe. Yep. So that's 4, 2, and 2, so that's 8 points of damage. And then the one who is in melee range is actually going to panic and not be conservative with their magic and hit this thing with a cone of cold.
Oh, all right.
For 44 damage. It is a con save, but still double damage because it is an AoE. So they've reduced it to 44, but it's still 44 damage, and that eliminates this fog.
Yay!
But yeah, at which point the mages will not move because they want to make sure that the clerics can similarly get into the circle if needs be. Hikan.
I don't have much in the way of AoEs. And
Punch
I know
every individual
punching...
bug.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember how well punching works on these things.
Catch all the bugs out of the sky.
You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to punch at the bugs since they're right here.
Okay.
Did you want those ghouls to move, by the way? Because you said it was the undead's turn.
Oh yeah, you're right. I completely forgot the ghouls were there. They've been so effective at being utterly annihilated. It seems like they just completely slipped my mind. Thank you for reminding me. So the ghoul that is currently in melee with Renji will attempt to strike at him with his claws. 16 doesn't hit. This other one will also move to attack Renji. And will also try and strike with the claws.
Nope. It would have if it had advantage.
But they're not smart enough to flank.
Almost too Jabba to have a turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it is your go, Hikan.
Alright, so 19 for...
Don't forget your advantage.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I have super advantage. Let me roll that again. Let me roll that again. And then...
Right.
So that'd be 26 for 17.
Nice.
17
And
damage.
then... another hit for 10 more.
You
I
also
don't
have
know if
super
Radiant's
advantage?
anymore. I do have super advantage.
Twins!
Yeah, I switched it out when we redid our builds thanks to Samaria.
Right, yes.
I could also have
And-
gotten it, but I do too many AoEs for it to be useful.
That's okay.
And one more. 32 for 17.
Okay. That is enough through successive strikes to eliminate this cloud.
Okay. And Renji and I can move very fast, so I will move 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. I will move over there to flank with that ghoul, and that'll
Very
be turn.
nice.
Okay. The clerics. Clerics will move into the circle. Larson will stay out of the circle, where it is his job, in most instances, to do stuff like this. He's going to cast... You know what he's going to do?
Do tell.
He's going to... he's going to move into the circle and then call out to the rest of you and say, want us to bounce, yay or nay?
No, we hold.
All right.
Need to keep the ritual going to bring him here.
Yeah. He nods, and then will... He's going to cast Calm Emotions on the collected mages and clerics in order to keep their heads in the game.
All right.
I will click it so it comes up in the thing. Boop. Yeah, so basically preemptively preventing them from being frightened, if possible.
Very good.
But yeah. So, end of the initiative order. We have more shapes emerging from the darkness into the battlefield. No fog this time around.
Oh no, these are terrifying. They're outside of the group. Oh, never mind.
But yeah. Zudden.
What's a good spell to use? I think I will use... I don't know. I'll use one charge to cast Sanctuary on Larson as a bonus action.
Okay.
Then I'll use my main action and hold up my other hand. I summon a sunbeam. If I move over here. Actually, I got it. I was here. I go to there. Get here. Sunbeam up those two.
Cool. So you
60 foot.
emerge from the circle, move to an advantageous position, and a beam of bright light emerges from your hand. They have a chance to pass a DC 21 Constitution save. No, they don't actually. Why do ghouls suck so bad?
Because they're meant to be cannonballs.
They suck the life out of you.
Yeah. So, with a 33 radiant damage, you obliterate these two incoming ghouls, briefly illuminating this small area with magical sunlight before it dims again and resumes its natural darkness.
I mean, the area was 60 feet around me is now sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
is all the way over to max.
Yeah.
Shiny.
There's also a little bit of sunlight coming from my sunblade.
Yeah.
Okay. Max.
Well, there's more things to kill, so get all these ones in a go probably.
Yeah.
So I'll swing the Godzilla laser down that way and have them all explode. My bonus action.
Yep. It's basically seeing whether or not you roll so low on your damage that it can't breach 22.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got sorcery points.
As you bring the beam around and
Empowered spell is cheap.
you bring the beam around and cut these things in twain with the force of pure arcane lightning fury.
Then, with my action,
Mhm.
because ridiculous that that's a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come down a bit lower and accidentally open the token settings again. Over here, and using the concentrate on two things at once thing, I'm going to cast 3rd level Dragon's Breath and use it on these two.
Okay.
Amazing.
Only 15 damage.
Oh.
Mm.
They survive
I am
it.
10 feet up in the air, so if they want to try and hit me, they can.
Okay. Renji.
There's 5 ghouls noticeable, right?
1, 2, 3, 4,
One,
5.
There's two by you,
6.
2 by me, and 1 up in the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, so 5 currently
Okay.
visible ghouls.
I think it's better to have several ghouls out of commission than injured.
Mhm.
Okay. In that case, it is going to be super advantage on this one.
Okay, that's a hit.
27.
Yep.
Not going to use sneak attack. So that is 18 point damage.
Okay. Still up.
Still up. I'm going to put some defensive flourish on it.
Okay.
Rolling the dice.
Need 4.
Hmm?
Damn.
1. Okay, my AC is 23 now. Unfortunately, that didn't work. I am going to attack this one and...
Okay.
That's a 31 to hit.
Yep.
For 35 points of damage.
Yeah, that one is gone.
And then I mark that Bardic Inspiration. As a bonus action, I got Bupkis. Okay,
You want to stay where you are? Or are you going to move?
I will stay where I am
Okay.
to let Hikan do his thing.
Alright. The undead's turn. Before they move, there is a swell of arcane power. Where I need to reread a thing. Be sure that I have this correctly. And...
Circle of Death.
Two can play at the circles game.
That's
There
right,
is
it goes in the square hole.
there is a swell of power before eventually dust kicks up around the magic circle that you have situated upon these casters. And the voice enters your mind saying, "Lest you forget, I am master of this domain." And the spell circle is dispelled.
Mm-hmm.
Can still only dispel one thing at a time, though, can't he?
Where'd I put the ghoul thing? There it is. Okay, so ghouls. This here ghoul cannot get within range, but is going to use a dash in order to get in melee with these mages.
Okay.
This one surviving ghoul between the two of you is going to retaliate against the one who had struck it with the sword. With a miss.
No.
This ghoul is going to run at and try and leap as best it can at Max. See what it gets in terms of a strength roll to appropriately jump. 14. So he'll take a swing, but it'll be at disadvantage because you are in the air. There's a 5, so he misses.
Yeah, 5 doesn't even hit me.
Yeah.
The easiest one to hit in the group.
That's an interesting constitution thing. Doesn't work on elves.
Yeah, must have been a doesn't work on elves.
If the target is a creature other than an elf or undead.
Curious.
That's weird. I didn't realize that was the thing with
Tricky.
ghouls. I thought it was just ghouls paralyze upon touch because it's just what they do.
I know most of them are Sheikah, but I based my character off of the high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was going to say all of us are
I'm half
technically-
elf. Does technically does that count?
Hey!
I was going to say you're all technically elves because of your stat sheets. So,
Yeah,
but that
we're
ghoul
good.
also
Disregard
utilizes.
this.
Yeah, he'll use disadvantage or use his dash in order to get into melee with a cleric. Astrid, seeing the spell circle has been dispelled, will. What should she do? She's going to hurl magic missiles at this approaching ghoul. Cast it at the first level. Or is it just 1d? Okay, I have to do the other missiles. That's 1, 2. Okay, so the first 2 hit this ghoul, which is only on 7 hit points, and it takes it out immediately. The last one will do 1 piddly damage against the other ghoul that's in melee. The other mages will attempt to continue conserving their magic and hit that ghoul with firebolts. Miss, hit for 8. Then the other mage in melee, unable to get the freedom of movement in order to cast their spell, will try and strike at it with the dagger that they have on their belt. For a 21, it was almost a natural 20, or 6 slashing damage.
God.
Yeah, they're doing all right. They're doing okay.
And they're pretty chill about it, too.
Yeah. Hikan.
I'm going to start things off by punching the one immediately next to me.
Got it.
31 to hit for
Dead.
13. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come over here and hit this one in the back of the head.
Okay.
32 to hit for 13.
Very
Dead.
good.
Okay. So how much movement was that? That was 25. I have 30 more feet of movement. I'm gonna go over there next to Max.
Actually,
'cause-
that's not 25. That is... or is it 25? Let me...
5, 10, 15, 20 to where you are at the moment.
Gotcha.
You get
See.
over there.
I will get over here next to Max.
Okay. Cool.
It's turn.
All right. Larsen's go. Larsen and his priests will... Calm motions is a concentration. It is. So in order to keep everybody calm, he can't do anything else that requires concentration. He's going to... How far away is that? 60 feet? Oh, that's within range. He's going to try and hit this thing with a sacred flame.
Oh.
Play.
Dexterity saving throw. That it can pass. If he fails, he dies. There. He fails. He dies.
Yay!
Hells yeah. Ah, that's incredible. He just whips around and says a prayer to Din. There's a brief pillar of flame just explodes at this ghoul's feet. And it collapses to the ground. Things fall silent for a time. As in that moment, there's just a brief period of calm as the voice of Nazgûl comes back into your minds and says, "It's a valiant effort. Perhaps an exercise in futility." So I'm going to need to make a con save for everybody in that clustered group.
Oh no. We did make a good target.
In terms of numbers, what are your modifiers, friendos?
Don't they all still have sanctuary on them?
Larson did.
Larson does, yeah.
Don't have anything against AoEs. Although... Something to do with possibly soon. I believe part of our preparations was a whole bunch of scrolls of protection from good and evil.
Also, some of them had resistance on them to the saves about it.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that I look into my
It was 2 of the clerics and Blossom, I think.
Okay. That is, for Larson, that is enough to pass. For the clerics, and for Astrid and everyone else, that is unfortunately a failure. Is an emanation that centers upon Astrid specifically and does go out 60 feet. So I need Constitution saving throw from Zayden and Renji. Actually, everybody.
Yeah, 60 feet's a long way.
Yeah.
That's a long way, yeah. 19? 17 for Max? 25 for my con.
Ooh.
Okay. Your
Did you have
DC to
advantage?
hit that you needed to pass this was a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use up my inspiration to get that crit?
Sure.
Hooray! Safety.
I'll let you get it out the way early. As within this area, a swift rushing of necromantic energy is pulled into this space and explodes outward, dealing... Why is that an attack roll? It's a saving throw. What's going on with roll 20?
Maybe you accidentally left spell attack on.
No,
That's
it's
just how all of the circles I've taken in have become. I think it's something
That's
roll
right.
20 set
That
up.
might have been a
That's very right.
2024 rules change.
That sucks. But we'll go
Yep.
with the 33 here because we know it's an AoE. So that's 33 points of necrotic damage to anyone who failed. Half damage to anyone who passed. That means that Larson takes 16 points of damage. All the mages take the full 33.
Question: do I round up or down for the concentration saves?
It's half it's half damage or 10 over. I'm going
This will be
for
half.
rounding up.
Okay, so it'll be 17.
Actually, no, round
advantage on this
down.
one.
Sorry, because I hit last one with 16 damage, so it'd be the same for that. So
And DC 16.
yeah,
Fine.
Yep.
Fine. My spells are good.
cool. Unfortunately, each of these clerics did not have the hit points to withstand, and are immediately decimated by the sudden burst of magic. In that same swing, through that same rushing of mana, you see coalescing into this form the sword. And Nazgradar continues and says, "The pains of mortal life, the pain of expectations of generations, of isolation for a different mind, of monstrosity forced upon you, and for a heartbreak of centuries. I could have taken that all away if you would simply have submit. But no." And he emerges from behind the blade, takes it in his hand, as he stands among the group, and says, "I suppose it shall have to be that this will come to an end." Now roll an initiative for Nazgradar. 18.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I do want to note that the heart gives me resistance to necrotic damage, so I only take 8.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
that's good.
Yeah.
Where is it? These. And so, with Nazgradar entering the initiative, I also need to add the lair where you are in it.
I figured we were already there, but
So we won't go to the lair action just yet because he's just manifested, but he has his turn. He will he's going to elect to deal with the first threat at the moment, which is to say, or he's going to deal with a specific threat at the moment. He's going to utilize the action Pestilent Step, as despite just appearing, he vanishes into a swarm of pestilent insects, harrying and attacking the people around him before he reappears right next to Zayden. Zayden, Larson, Astrid, and one mage need to make a Constitution saving throw, or take a point of necrotic damage. Or, well, they'll take a point of necrotic damage, I think. Let's see.
I'm suddenly glad I'm playing a class that needs a lot of con.
Yeah, so it is just a Constitution save, but if they fail it, they take a level of exhaustion on top
That's
of the
not
1 point
good.
of necrotic damage.
That is not good.
So, Larson's con save. Fails. He takes a point of necrotic damage, and he takes a level of exhaustion. Astrid passes, is fine. The other mage fails, takes a point of exhaustion. Zayden, a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Pass.
Okay, you are fine. It then falls to your turn. You are in melee with Nazgrudar.
Let me see. There we go. Okay, I think Zayden will kind of slowly tilt his head up to Nazgrudar and say, "Oh, you're approaching me." Grab his neck and suddenly multiply in size.
It's mammoth time.
Hell yeah.
Let's see, I think I can only do one of these, which is more damage. This one's more damage. And that only goes to prone creatures. So I'll just do the straight attack.
Okay.
Only a 13 to hit. That's a shame.
A 13 is not enough to beat him.
2, 6. There we go. Oh, that was my turn.
Okay.
Transform and
Oh.
attack.
Mammoths don't have multi-attack? Interesting.
No, they have trampling charge, but I need to move to do that.
Makes sense.
Max.
Max is gonna see the new source of all of his anger.
Mm-hmm.
Fly over. I got 60 feet of flight in this one, so I can come down here and hit him with both barrels. Starting with the Godzilla beam.
Okay.
I save for 27.
31.
Still takes damage. Next is the dex save for an extra 14.
Fails. He will allow this one to go through.
I do not like the words "he will allow" that to go through.
Well, he's clearly got
Look, I mean-
narcissists, obviously.
Don't like. Kurt, I understand why he's got them. I do not like that he's got them.
That's my turn.
Okay. Renji.
I will move this way. Wait, am I flanking from here or?
I'm 10 feet up and in melee range, so you can flank with me.
Guess you could just go in that corner and then you're probably flanking with either of us.
Yes, let's do that.
Sidon provides a lot of flanking range with size.
Let's see.
I'm only in melee range, so I didn't want to accidentally hit Sidon with the Godzilla beam.
Yep. I am going to... Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Place a curse on Nazgrada with Hex.
Okay. I was like scrolling. I was scrolling up to get ready to click a save, and it was like with Hex. Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that'll increase my damage. Just for the sake of it, I will, do 2 of these attacks. That's a 30, with sneak attack. No, I'll hold off on, and for natural 20 that I hopefully
hits,
get.
Yeah.
That is 22 points of damage.
Okay.
Ah, darn it. I will sneak attack for 30.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say he's immune to necrotic damage, I presume.
Yes.
Ooh, lightly.
Okay.
So that's my bonus action and action. I have moved.
Okay. The undead legions seem to be staved off for the moment. The mages, oh boy. I forgot to roll a thing for Larson because he was hit pretty hard. So, does his concentration remain? It does. He still has calm emotions going, which is only for the benefit considering half their number have just died. So, okay, right. So, seeing the major threat at this point in time, they're going to initiate, to be honest, the only spells that they've got doesn't seem to...
I presume we would have given them the protection from evil and good scrolls. They could start using them.
Yep, they will do that. They will, good shout, they will go through the scrolls in order to hit everybody who is left with protection from evil and good. But yeah, that's how they will spend their turn. And Hikan.
We have everyone back in Hyrule.
We need to get back there.
Also, please add 6 more damage to Nazgrada for...
Oh,
It's
yeah.
necrotic, he's immune.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, X is necrotic
why-
damage only.
Ah, darn it. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, so we want to get him there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Hikan's going to run over. For my action, I'm going to play Chorus of the Prime Material.
Okay.
Oh,
So I gotta make a DC.
Before this happens,
Mm-hmm.
X will give disadvantage on a saving.
No,
No.
Oh, no.
it only gives a disadvantage on skill checks, not
Darn
saving.
it. Never mind.
So
You're right.
external forces with the means to do so, such as strong magic users, high-level fiends, or celestials, blah blah blah, can try to do an opposed effect with the roll as a reaction using their spellcasting modifier. Just so that way you are aware.
Okay.
I'm going to roll the performance check. 29 to perform Chorus of the Prime Material to get us and Nazgrada back to Hyrule.
Okay. So, he's going to attempt to... He will use his reaction in order to attempt to counteract that with his own... what was that? Well, it was, I've forgotten the thing that I wrote. Their post reaction, either the spellcasting modifier if they have one, or their own performance check if they have one. So the spellcasting modifier is intelligence for Nazgradar. So he's going to roll
Turns out
intelligence.
he's killer with a liar.
25. You beat him.
Yeah.
So I need to clean the board a little bit before I move everybody over.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Get rid of these.
Oh, he couldn't have made it with a 29.
He has a +7.
Yeah. That is good roll there.
Okay. So. Leave that to everybody. I'm going to zoom out real quick. I think that puts you here in relative space. So, you play the lyre, you play the harp. This beautiful sound enters into the discordant atmosphere, and through it you feel the strings of reality at your very fingertips. With it, you will yourselves away from that place, back to the prime material plane, where you know your allies are waiting for you. So, as you reappear into this space, what you found is that in the process of you doing that ritual, the time difference has escalated quite significantly. It's now nighttime when it was day when you left mere hours ago. The troops and forces there are all standing by torchlight waiting for your return, see you arrive with the Lich in tow, and several of their number dead or dying. I need to add a few things to the board really quickly, because there's several differences between this reality and the one you just left. So first off, you have individual allies who you have acquired for the purposes of this battle. At the top of the map, we have Tyrina, Kaikuana, Nihilus Vox, and Uriel the Gilded. Let's see. Danny, if you could do me a favor and take control of Tyrina for this fight. Alvarance, you have Kaikuana.
Sure do.
Nether, you have control of Nihilus. And I'm just giving control of Uriel to Rubber
I have access
Pirate.
to Tyrina's bio and info page. I don't have the stats.
Oh, well.
This is a very interesting way of daddy issues, I suppose.
Let me just do some adjustments. I'm sure that was what we could do. Can be edited controlled by this person. There we go. I just need to make sure I can do this. It's the same for everybody.
Okay. Works.
Because it might just be in journals at least. That's the person. So that should be Uriel done. We know Kai already
So
has
many smite
control.
slots.
And then Nihilus goes to you. There we are. Okay. There we are. Awesome. Grand. So, Nazgradar is in effect here now. The fight continues as normal, but the people who are around you are all ready to go. The moment that they see the big horned lich demon manifest before them in the planned spot, it's already go time. So yeah, I believe that was your action to do that.
That was an action, yes. I'm pretty certain I had enough movement to get closer.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to activate all of my dope monk shit.
It's a trademark term.
Which would be that one, so he needs to make a dex saving throw or take that much damage.
Okay. Give me a
DC
sec.
22. Oh. Is everyone getting robot-y, or is that just me?
I can hear you okay.
I'm good.
Alright, cool. It's just me then.
Hmm.
So he takes a whopping 6 force damage.
If it helps, you don't sound robot to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Then I'm going to action surge
Mm-hmm.
and punch him twice. Oh no, it's supposed to be super advantage. I'll just take that one anyway. So 27 for 10.
27 hits.
Cool. Do we know his con saves? I don't think so.
Not yet.
Constitution saving throw, please.
30.
Honestly, at this point, why hold
Okay.
back anything?
That's a plus 12.
So he would need to get a 10 or lower to fail, or he'd need to get a 9 or lower to fail on my thing.
Mhm.
I'm going to punch him again.
Okay.
29 for 15.
Yep.
I'm getting there. Hold on. There is a specific thing that I want to do. I need a strength saving throw. DC 20. Or he drops Mara.
23.
Ooh.
It's 4 more damage, though.
Yeah, that's fine. So with your
That's everything.
yeah, with your duty, with your key goal, your plan now enacted, you launch into a flurry of attacks, manifesting your key form in order to strike him down. And yet, the force of this lich is standing its ground. It's able to maneuver some of your attacks away with a deftness and grace that you wouldn't expect a tall goat-looking fiend thing with a cleaver as a weapon to be capable of. But yeah. Larson. Larson is going to do mass heal wounds. Oh, mass healing word. We'll see how many he gets. 6 creatures of your choice. So he's going to hit. He's going to hit the 4 mages just to make sure they don't fall over. Renji and Max
Yeah, I did
with
take that damage, but it's not showing up on the thing,
Many
so-
thanks.
yeah, with 5 hit points of healing, and then he's going to maneuver himself here and tell the mages to get out of there. Then, when he's done, Nazgradar will use a legendary action. He's going to disrupt life. I need a Constitution saving throw. I don't know why it says DC 18 on that one. I did bump it to 20. So it's a DC 20 Constitution saving throw for 66 necrotic damage. Half on a success.
That's a natural 20 for me.
Nice.
17 for me. So,
Okay.
well,
Just to make sure I got the right sheet.
then I gotta roll again.
21.
That's fine.
I don't think I can fail a concentration check to do a 10 roll, so I'm fine.
Yep.
I'm just going to ask. This is a magical effect, not a spell, correct?
Magical effect, not a spell.
Okay. Concentrating on a spell, you have advantage. Okay. Cool. Constitution save. I was just making sure that that's not supposed to be super advantage, so that's only 20. That's still 20. The first dice was 20. Or it was 12.
Yeah.
So how much was that supposed to? DC 20. So I just pass.
Just pass. Okay. And then
For 3.
so the mages. Actually, no, we'll do Larson first because the wave goes out further. So
They should
Larson,
all have advantage at least.
Yep. Larson gets 21, so we only take 6. Then the mages. Just going to make sure it's on roll 2. Yep, that's good. So that is 1, 2, 3, Astrid. All of them fail. It's 12 damage.
Yep.
They all have 12 hit points exactly.
Oh no!
Come on.
Come on!
Actually, no, they don't all have 12 hit points exactly. One of them has 11 because they were hit with pestilent insects.
Oh.
Yeah, that one could just die, it's fine. Should have dodged the bugs.
So unfortunately, just as Larson utilizes his divine magics to heal them and move in to defend them, he stands up, puts up his shield ready to block anything. The wave moves through him, past him, and bowls each of these mages, Astrid included, over, knocking them to the floor, unmoving.
That's no good.
Then we move back up to the top of the initiative order. It's the lair action. But
Is it though?
we're not in
Our
the
lair
Plane of
action.
Lament.
It's our
We're in
lair action, motherfucker!
Your lair, in fact. So,
That means Balliste?
give me a sec. Here are your lair actions.
Yes!
8 to hit, 2d10 piercing, gas and dust, besiege chronicle, intervene, casting slow to target area.
We have become the boss fight
Call for
now.
gore on 8,
Mhm.
score 1d2 to don't go into the field allied with the players.
I do like the idea of just shooting 4 ballista at him though.
I would like the Balliste.
Yeah,
First.
stay first.
Go on
Okay.
Sure.
next.
Everyone roll 1d20 plus 8.
19.
22.
And
Taking a sec to remember how to type a roll in D20. In roll 20. 21.
So, hit, miss, hit. Roll for me your damages as well.
Okay.
8.
10.
18.
Nice. So that's total 36 piercing damage. It is non-magical, however. Still impressive enough that you've got these 4 ready ballista. You have siege weapons in your thing. Now then, well done. So, before we carry on, one thing I forgot to do. Can you roll initiative for Tyrina, Kai, Nihilus, and Uriel, please?
yeah.
Here we
Where's...
go.
God
15 to
damn it.
Tyrina.
Oh.
So, Kai goes between Hikan and Larson. Tyrina goes. Who's got the
Same time as Shari. Titan.
Yeah,
I think
goes.
Titan is...
Yeah,
should go first anyway.
Uriel goes at the end. We'll have Nihilus go now, but he normally happens before the initiative order.
Yeah.
So, Nihilus, what would you like to do?
Nihilus is going to reposition.
Okay.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. He's not going to dash, and instead is going to grab his crossbow.
Mm-hmm. We can assume that all these helpers, even if the stat sheet might not mention it, have magical weapons in tow, so we don't need to worry about those types of instances.
I mean,
Wonderful.
Tyrina has something here saying Holy Avenger, so... I'm pretty sure that's a little bit magical, at least.
Yeah, we have to consider that works in some capacity. Let's see. I guess it's light crossbow time. I do not see. Oh, actually. Oh, yep, there it goes. That's a 9.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Yeah, you Nihilus runs forward, draws the light crossbow, takes aim and fires. Perhaps a bit of a jitter from the last time one of these things minion.
This is Nihilus's first turn.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe there's a bit of a jitter from when the last time one of these things minions had slain him.
Yep, that's fair.
Throwing off his accuracy in this instance, but steals his resolve and prepares to fight again. It is now Nazgul'dar's turn. Let's see what he can do. So he's already used that spell. And he's already used that spell. He's going to... What type of damage is that? He's going to point at his feet. And he is casting a spell, so if you want to do a Mage Slayer thing, you're more than welcome to.
Yes. So I have a reaction to take against him. I can make a melee attack. Okay. Come on, I need to scroll up. Thank you. Unarmed strike. Natural 20. I'm gonna try to get him to drop Mara again as well with this one. So that's 1 plus. Come on. D8. Roll. There we go. Oh, it did roll.
We'll go with the full.
So it's 10, 16, 20 damage, 21 damage. And he drops the sword.
He's going to use one of his legendary resistances to pass instead.
Yes! Alright, cool.
Okay. So does he... I forget. Besides hitting him whenever he casts a spell, does he...
There's other things. If he's concentrating, he has disadvantage on concentration checks when I hit him. And I have advantage on saving throws when I'm next to him.
Okay. So he's not concentrating on anything at the moment, but he is going to point at his feet, and through that...
And a spell.
Okay, what level?
I'm just doing it at third, so I'll roll.
Yes, please.
It's charisma. 22.
Okay, so that
Up level,
passes.
I figured it would be above 3.
Yeah. He points at his feet. He tries to cast a spell. You catch him in the act and counter it. He looks at you. He can't do much else about that. Judging by the way I have written this thing, it means that he still has to successfully cast a spell in order to do that. So he will end his turn. Zayden.
Yeah, I just wanted to move Sidon around to here. And I did also remember a different thing, that whilst I cannot cast this spell in animal form, it doesn't get uncast in animal form. So I'm going to sunbeam him.
Okay.
You still have the concentration on it? My goodness.
Just point
is
the
a lot-
trunk and a laser beam fires out of it.
Yep.
This is a lot better than trying to stamp on him.
26. Okay,
These
yeah,
times
15.
it comes from the trunk.
Yeah.
So, a laser beam of light shoots out of the trunk, scoring 34 radiant damage across his chest.
He staggers back slightly from the force of the radiance.
And then I'm
It's
also
like,
going to...
if he had eyebrows, you'd probably think he'd raise one. It's like, what is this? It's like, yeah.
I'm also going to use a bonus action to... I can do this, right? Yeah, I can do this. What level should I do this at? Let's go all the way up to 5th. Use 5th level healing word on Larson for 17 hit points.
So, do you have mass healing word? Because if so, you could pick up the ones who fell down.
I have mass cure wounds. That's a full action.
Wait, do you come back from...
They've only been knocked down. They haven't done their death saves yet.
No, more in the sense, like, you mentioned that you had some being on concentration. Are you still Mammoth?
Yeah.
No.
The mammoth's a wild shape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
As
that's
for
100 this entire time.
death saves,
Yeah.
it's a touch and go aspect because they're NPCs.
I don't care.
The named NPCs get death saves.
So you
I'll
might
throw
be
it on
able-
Astrid instead.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't raise them up, I've got something that might work.
Okay. So you want to throw the healing word on Astrid?
Yeah, if it'll... Yeah.
Okay. So you direct the healing magic toward Astrid, and just in the nick of time, you see after a tense few seconds, just breathes in, returning to the waking world. Very, very good, considering what happens to when Nazgradar kills people.
Also, given I've only got vocals, it's just a triumphant trumpet
Elephant
from the
whistle.
horn that just lays at him.
Yeah. Yeah, she is still prone though, so she'll have to use her turn in order to get up later. But yeah, is that everything you can do on your turn?
Move, bonus, main, yes.
Tyrina.
Okay.
She is a bit far away.
She is. It's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And use Channel Divinity, Rebuke Defeat. Any number of creatures you can see within 30 feet or at 0 hit points regain a number of hit points equal to your charisma modifier.
I
Sounds
love
Four.
4 plus half paladin level rounded down.
Her paladin level is 19.
So that'd be 9, so 13 hit points.
Yep.
Well done.
Also, if that works on those guys, does it work on the priests who are there?
I think
we
their bodies
bring
didn't come
them?
with us.
I don't know.
It's up to Artie, did they come with us or not?
Give me a sec. I'm just adjusting things around, and then I will decide their fate with a dice roll, as is tradition.
Yes.
They did come with you, but
Their souls are in the plane of lament.
they died too soon.
It's fine. We got some back.
Mm.
And Theron is gonna draw her sword and be ready
Okay.
for next turn.
Max.
Oh boy. I need to not be in melee range, so fly back a bit. Feel free to make an opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm. Choices. No, he lets you go.
That's fine. But you know, I have plenty of hit points. Gonna aim up so I don't hit anyone else with the laser beam
Okay.
for 29 lightning damage.
18. He will take the damage.
And then, because I want to hurt him, My action will be a 6th level lightning bolt. Straight through his head.
Okay. 14. Let's see.
47 damage.
You land a lightning bolt with the accuracy of like a right hook. Like he staggers to the side as his body kind of like tilts backwards unnaturally so before he stands straight again. But yeah, nice shot. Good damage.
Also, bear those maximum possible damages in mind. One of those will happen at some point.
Yep.
But when is the question.
But when?
Anyway, that's my
Okay.
turn.
Cool. Renji.
Okay. I will maneuver here. And I believe I shall... Yeah, I'm just going to go for the natural option, which is 2 of these. Let's see. 23 points of damage.
Okay.
And hold on. This 26 no, yeah, necrotic, never mind. What am I thinking?
That's alright.
Natural 20. I will sneak attack, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
64.
So many stats.
Okay. Awesome. As you maneuver deftly around him as he's being assaulted magically from one side, taking opportunities every way you can to strike at weak points, bring him low.
Also, defense flourish.
Yep.
23.
Roll another d8. Roll another d8.
Oh, another d8, yes. 25.
All right. Then it's Astrid's go. Astrid would use her action to stand up, as well as the other mages. The 4 of them, feeling thoroughly out of their depth now that they've been KO'd at least once, are going to use what is remaining of their movement, and dash as well on top of that, in order to get as far away as possible.
Good thinking.
Hit
They
the
are
bricks.
still on the effective field of battle. Yes. Hikan.
Okay. So, bonus action, activate the Eldritch Claw Tattoo. Regular action, open up the right character sheet.
Star point.
And then 2 unarmed strikes on Osgridah.
Okay.
25 for 17.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I messed that up. Does an 18 hit anyway?
No.
No. Okay, so an 18 does not hit. Let me get the thing in regards to it. One melee weapon, 1d8. 7. What would that have been? 4 and the other one didn't hit, so 4 more force damage.
Okay.
And could I get a strength saving throw again, please?
Sure. 21.
That fails.
Okay. You will
Okay.
use another one to...
Nope, it passes. It just
Okay.
passes.
There he keeps hold of
But
Mara.
that is 7 more damage,
Okay.
and that is turn.
Sweet. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action in order to cast one of the spells that he can do at will. Basically, any spell that he has that is a cantrip, a 1st level, or a 2nd level spell. He's going to use Thunder Wave.
Okay. He's gonna get punched first.
Right.
Natural 20.
There's 24, 9, cool.
And again, try to drop his thing.
Yeah.
29, 31, 34. 34 damage. Strength
Damage,
save.
and then
27.
okay. That's a pass.
Okay. So, the spell. Boom. A Constitution save from
can't
anyone
make
who
the
is within
save.
15 feet. Okay. So, you take 11 thunder damage and you are pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
Tyrina's just outside, and so am I.
11, push back 1, 2. That.
That is 3 less. So that is 14. I'll spend a key point and reroll that.
Okay.
Is a diamond soul. Oh, nope, not wrong button. I'm just trying to narrow down my key points before I reroll it. 25.
Okay.
Nice.
So you are still within his grasp. Well, he's still within your grasp, more accurately.
Jiggy heals in.
Hikan withstands the thing and goes, eyes on me.
Kai.
Alright, I'm supposed to take damage though, right? Yeah, 11 thunder, or is it?
Half of 11,
No, it's a
yeah.
cantrip. Half of 11, okay.
Yeah.
So that would be 5, because we're rounding down.
Mm-hmm.
I should have rolled because I still have resistance.
Go for it. Roll a
Let's
d4.
go. But I did not roll yet, I believe. So, no, can't make it.
No. Okay.
I will keep the resistance.
Okay, how far away is Kai? Alright, Kai can make it there with a bonus action dash because he's a field medic.
Mm-hmm.
And Kai is going to great weapon master swing with his maul. 23 to hit
That hits.
for 26 bludgeoning damage.
Amazing.
Nice. Kai run.
He has more attacks. That's right. He's a fighter.
He's a fighter. He's a 19th level fighter. He has 4 of them.
Oh
He
no.
can have 8 if he wants.
He only has 3.
Oh, okay.
He gets the 4th one at 20. So 1, 22.
22 hits.
Another 26. My
No.
goodness. No.
Fuck it. He's got multiple action surges.
How many actions can you have?
Come on. Nope. I gotta change my mouse settings. Alright, and we go again. Nope. 24 for 25.
Yep.
And then the last one. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kai
It's
rushes
still
in,
77 damage in one go, though.
maneuvering with all the expertise that he has gained over his many years, slides in behind Nazgradar and just goes at him with everything he's got. The force of the maul being parried only occasionally by the larger creature. But yeah, nice turn. Then falls to Larson, who. I think given his hit point pool and the fact that
He can back up and protect the running away people if he wants.
yeah, he's technically only a level 9 character. He is out of his depth. He needs to go.
Yeah. Absolutely
Look
understandable.
after the wizards.
Yeah.
Use the Joestar family secret technique.
Yeah.
Run the fuck away.
He'll hate it, but he'll have to go, and he gives kind of a quiet nod to the rest of you before moving to back up the mages as they flee. But that will be his turn. He'll move and dash and keep with the others. Uriel.
I know what Uriel's going to do. He's going to join us on team Get That Sword. And he'll use telekinesis to try and steal it.
Okay.
DC 18 strength save.
Okay.
Hold on. I think it's a strength check, not a strength save.
Is it?
Yeah, so creature strength check. If
Oh, yeah.
is worn or carried by a creature, you must make an
A check,
ability
not a
check
save.
with your spellcasting ability contested by that creature's strength check.
Yeah. He's going to utilize his reaction to counterspell.
Oh.
Is he going
Uriel,
to-
why don't you have counterspell?
Okay, roll.
Does he have to roll for it?
Would cast it higher. I don't know what type of mage he is. Presumably a wizard.
He is a wizard. Let's see. So he has to. He is going to utilize a higher spell slot for it.
Okay, that's a shame because I wanted to use silvery barbs.
No, that's fine. I'll just kind of spell it and roll.
Counterspell the counterspell.
20.
Okay, you have counterspelled his counterspell.
I'm out of third level spell slots.
Okay.
The
Basically,
counterspell
all of my third and fourth level spell slots are 4 counter spells.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
telekinesis can happen then.
Yeah. So telekinesis happens.
So
weighs
Uriel
up to
makes an
1,000
intelligence
pounds.
check?
No, I think it's just oh wait. Ability with your spellcasting. Okay, yes.
Tested by that creature's strength check. So it's Uriel's intelligence versus Nazgûl's strength.
Uriel.
Ooh.
Uriel.
Uriel decided to not be smart today.
Yeah.
But
Actually, silvery barbs.
on Uriel? Okay.
No.
Yes, Uriel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has to reroll.
Okay.
Hold on. Click silvery barbs for us.
No. Use the lower roll. Never mind.
Yeah,
I was,
that's
I was gonna say.
Well,
Yeah.
he's rolled a 1, so it'll at least give someone advantage on something.
Mhm.
maybe he will on his next intelligence check.
I would like Nazgûl to re-roll.
He gets a 7.
That's absolutely fair. What was I thinking?
But now give Uriel advantage for next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Euro gets it.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Does Uriel wish to move anywhere?
I don't think Uriel needs to get closer. If anything, let's have him step back a bit.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Mm-hmm. Nihilus is going to move here. And having and exchanges his light for 2 short swords.
Okay.
And I see that there's multi-attack. 2, 3.
If you click on like the condense thing next to it, it should come up with the actual.
2 short
lines.
sword attack. Yeah, there we go. Okay. First of all, short sword with advantage. 24.
Okay, 24 hits.
6 piercing damage and Constitution saving throw.
Is he immune to poison damage?
Let me
Good
check.
question. We'll find out.
Yes.
It's D&D.
Well-
Everything above like 10th level is immune to poison damage.
That's true. It is really unfortunate, and I'm sad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm.
Poison is just the worst damage type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I will, however, because
Blame D&D for making poison useless.
Yeah, I will, however, because that is a shortcoming, both on my part as well as the general design of 5e. Or the
Also,
well, say general.
Nihilus would know that
Well,
poison
Nihilus
doesn't
would
work,
know.
so would have prepared things that would work.
Yeah. So let's say, for the sake of it,
Holy water
Nihilus
source.
has been prepared alchemical short swords for specific purposes of damage. What damage type do you think he would get in this instance?
Radiant.
Acid?
Acid works.
Acid, or it would be some sort of holy water infusion.
Yeah. So let's go with either acid or holy, whichever one you prefer, and we'll change the damage type on that one. So we can still do the Constitution saving throw and do the damage on top
Let's
of that.
say, because it's never been done in D&D before, holy.
Got it.
Not radiant, holy.
Yeah. So he takes half that damage, which
That's fair.
is 16. But yeah.
I would also like to add sneak attack.
Okay. An extra 18. Do you want to take the average or roll the dice?
I'm gonna roll it. 18!
Okay.
And then, to round it off, 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yay! Another saving throw, please.
Okay. That is a pass.
So only 15. Thanks, Dad.
At the end of Nihilus's go, we're going to use another legendary action to cast another at-will spell. It's another Thunder Wave. In order to get people away from him. So it's only 3 possible damage for those who have the Constitution saving throws for it. But there's everyone who is within 15 feet. So that would be Hikan, Nihilus, Renji, and Kaikuana. I'll put you back there because otherwise you're back in the plane of lament.
Thank you.
You could move everyone closer to the middle of the map to
That's true.
do
Let's
stuff
do that.
because it's makes a bit more sense.
There we go.
Yeah.
And
That way
then-
you can actually be moved back.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. I was here.
Okay. Yeah.
No, never mind. You got it right.
Okay. So that is con saves from. I'm still looking for con saves from Nihilus and Hikan and Kai.
3.
Nihilus has
Damage?
advantage because he's within Tyrina's aura with the
Yep.
Holy Avenger.
Oh,
Aha.
right, yes. Ooh, I don't think he's going to make it. He doesn't have... wait, saving throw? Yeah, con 2. Can't make it.
Okay. So he takes 3 damage and is knocked back 10 feet.
16. I take 3 damage and I'm knocked back 10 feet because I don't want to re-roll that one. 15 because he's not in Tyrina's aura.
Okay.
So 2 and 2. Knocked back 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. So it is now your lair action.
I think we should slow him.
Right. Goron aid?
Slow.
Slow.
Oh, slow, yes. That's actually maybe better here.
You see a wisdom saving throw. I believe Kazundas's DC is 18.
Yes.
That is correct.
18.
Oh.
Mobs him. Oh, you can't. No.
Silvery barbs!
No, you did it already. You haven't
You've
recovered
already
that.
used
I
your
don't have
reaction.
it as well, so.
Oh, yep, you're right. My
Does
reaction.
Uriel have it?
No.
Oh.
Golden barbs.
Golden Bob. Gilded Barbs.
Oh, you can definitely see that for him, but no.
Yeah. Okay. If that's the case. You hear a holy chant off in the distance as Kazundas raises his voice in order to beseech Chronica for the spell. unfortunately, it is not enough to pass muster as Nazgradar shakes it off and backs away. Nazgradar is then going to, on his turn, for it is his turn now. This is a very target-rich environment.
It sure is.
We did save up a lot, so we are very rich.
Yeah. He's going to... Let me zoom in a second, because I'm zoomed out very far. And I need to say, you're 10 feet off the ground. Okay. How big is the radius on this? I want to save you. Okay, so he's going to put a cube here as he casts his spell. Within this influence, the grass beneath you immediately begins to wither and die as the moisture is drawn away from everything in that area, including yourselves, as he casts Abidalzim's horrid wilting.
Oh dear.
I'm going to need
I bet he was personal friends with Abidalzim.
I'm going to need a Constitution save from Max, Hikan, and Zaiden's mammoth form.
Constitution.
I don't think I can pass my saves to hold the spells. Try. What's off
You
of
did it.
59?
Oh yeah, 59.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna lose.
That
of
is 29.
Yeah,
Could
no,
I
I lose.
Oh well, goodbye, sunshine.
And I lose both.
Could I spend my inspiration to reroll that?
Sure.
Okay. By inspiration. And I rolled lower. Okay. So I still only take half damage because I'm resistant, so that would be 29, we said?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And then, after he has cast his spell, he's going to stride forwards to you, Hikan.
Excellent.
And as a bonus action for successfully casting a spell, he raises the colossal cleaver and swings directly at you.
Alright.
The 19 probably doesn't hit you, though.
Why'd you...
19 does not hit me.
Yes, I did name it Mara. I did want to annoy you. That's exactly the purpose.
I understand. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not something that Nazgradar would do. That's something you do.
Not for long.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Well played.
But that will be his turn for now. Zaiden.
I'm gonna go with trying to either he's got rid of it, I don't remember, or use up his last legendary resistance. So Zaiden will shrug his shoulders, suffuse back to human form, say here, and will channel one of his most mighty spells, Feeble Mind.
Feeble Mind.
So he immediately takes
46.
46, 15 psychic damage.
Okay. Okay.
Then a DC 21 intelligence saving throw.
26.
Ah, oh well.
That's his highest save.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
He's a fucking wizard.
Well, shockingly, his strength save is good as well.
Fucking
and
nerd.
for a bonus action, what have I got with bonus? Bonus. Who's who's lowest on health? Give Max a 5th level healing word.
Hit
Very nice.
points.
Okay.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, now that he has his legendary actions back, he's going to. I'm going to correct this on the sheet here real quick
Go for it.
because it annoyed me that it was not the right thing. Okay. Whoop. Everybody within 20 feet of Nazgradar must make for me a Constitution saving throw as he once again disrupts life.
No, I'm gonna counterspell that one.
It's not a spell.
Whatever.
So that's
Rude.
these 3.
Yep.
Mhm.
And me.
I don't know, because you're 20 feet but also 10 feet up?
Yeah, still 20 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
D&D is non-Euclidean.
He's very tall.
He is very
He is
tall.
Miss hitting him in the shins so much.
Nah, I undid the damage that you healed.
Oh well. Useful bit of healing.
This is also why circles are squares here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
9. Yeah, I'll take the 9.
Tyrina's gonna take the whole thing.
Okay. Okay. We need a con save for Nihilus, I believe.
With advantage.
That is a 19.
Okay, so you still take 18 points of necrotic.
No, he doesn't, because he gets Tyrina's charisma modifier to his saving throws.
'Cause he's
Oh
in
yeah,
10
because
feet.
yeah. Fuck. Then you're fine.
Everyone huddle around Tyrina.
9.
So it's 9 points of necrotic.
Okay.
That's cool. Okay.
Oh, does Nihilus not have evasion?
It's not a dex.
Yes, he-
Evasion is dexterity only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your go. Tyrina.
Well, because of the 10-foot aura, Tyrina's going to stand right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And I
30-foot
believe I
aura.
can make a line between myself and Hikan.
Mm-hmm.
So, 17.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to hit.
She has 2 attacks, though, right?
Yes.
That's another 17. Jesus.
Oh no.
Tyrina, come on.
Oh dear. Okay. She tries valiantly. One great sword user to another, clang, clang, parrying each other. Unfortunately, can't seem to get a strike in. Max. Interesting.
Fog cloud around his head.
Okay. Because he is so tall, yes.
Above everyone else's heads.
Mm-hmm. His vision is now obscured.
Yes. Should I do it now?
Can't see you.
Might as well.
As far as Max is concerned, we need to get her out of there now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not get hit with my friend, please.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I would rather get her out of there before she is used to resurrect him again. So, Max is going to concentrate as much of his magic as possible on the sword. And say, 14 words. Sever all ties between Mara Fletcher and Nazgradar and allow her to live free. Goes in the chat.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be quicker.
Okay. So while I decide this, I do want to do one thing beforehand. Can you roll for me a percentile and hope you get above 33?
Oh wow, I did.
So, in the event that you need to try this again, you have Wish still on deck.
No, I don't. I used the 9th level spell slot and I only had one.
Well, no, I mean like in the future. Within context, Max still has a wish in the chamber someday.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. It's mostly just how do I
take
want
10 damage per spell,
Mm-hmm.
per level of spell that I cast until it's over.
Yeah, D10. Yep.
Okay.
D10 per level of spell, and I've got some pretty high level spells.
Yeah.
Roll
I guess-
2d4 for your strength dropping, which I don't think matters, but for 3
Sweet,
days.
fine.
Also, Artie, how do you want to do this?
That's the question. That is the question indeed. Okay.
Below my strength.
Where are my NPCs? As you fire the spell, through all the power that you have acquired, all of this thrust upon you, draconic might running through your veins, your skin, your mind, it tangles with every moment. Ever since you have met these people, ever since you met her, every moment. It empowers you, drives you, and through it you have complete control of the weave, the very essence of magic, a tie to the building blocks of reality. And with it, as you declare your intent, you find the strings, grasp them in your hand, and pull. In a brief moment, the blade of Nazgradar begins to shake. It cracks, and then, for a moment, breaks apart. From it emerges a wisp of energy that leaves the weapon and incorporeally, but just visible to each of you in this moment, still somewhat empowered by the magic that you have been granted, you see what appears to be Mara, or at least the soul that she had earned throughout her long, painful lifetime. She floats there for a moment and looks around confused. But then to her hands, ghostly as they are, and realizes what has transpired. And despite the fact that this wisp lacks much definition, it lacks a mouth or the ability to shed tears, but all of you can look at her and you can see that if she had one, she would be smiling. The sword in Asgradar's hand snaps back together. The runes along the spine flash twice before going somewhat dull, glowing, but barely. Almost despite the fog cloud, in this brief pause, the form of Nazgradar turns to his right. He knows where that soul is. It is now time for you to keep it safe from him. And for the sake of it, I will move us on to phase 2. Where's my boss music? There it is.
Casting that spell does make Max fall to the ground, because that was a lot of effort.
Yep.
While exhausted, you have done your bonus action to cast Fog Cloud and then wish.
Yep.
Is there anything else you can or wish to do on your turn, like move at all?
Nope.
Or nope? Renji, it's your go.
I will move closer tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would like a ruling on something.
Mm-hmm.
Is the sword a creature?
It's an object.
Okay, in that case, I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on Nazgradar.
Okay.
I'm going to move over here. I'm going to attempt to strike the sword.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Okay. He's going to use his reaction to shield, bumping his AC to 24.
24. Okay. Next strike, 29.
That hits.
With sneak attack.
Okay.
33 points of damage.
Okay. You said you're trying to attack the sword, yes?
Yes.
Need a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's this almost uncontrolled energy within Renji, as he is like almost like painfully smiling, laughing as well. And he just goes, "Yes, strike, yes!" And he shouts to Nazgradar, "You imbecile! You think you're so clever! We know your tricks! You are finished! Here and now, your evil will end." As he just continues.
Okay. That's the case. Excellent. Is that everything you can do on your turn?
4 extra points of damage from... that is what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, Astrid and the rest of the mages, they leave the field.
Mm.
Hikan.
Can I get the wording on Cage the Soul, please? Because I don't think that's a fighting spell.
What's the version?
We did get a version of it, yes.
Soul Cage.
Soul Cage. The spell snatches the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside the tiny cage you use for the material component. The stolen soul remains inside the cage until the spell ends or until you destroy the cage, which ends the spell. Well, it's a long box, but what are you specifically looking for?
He's not a humanoid, so it doesn't matter. I was gonna cage his soul because
You're gonna put him in a box.
That is... But he's not a humanoid, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna do what I do best and punch the ever-living fuck out of him.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Or
I don't
19?
No. For more than that. Because I'm going to use my last battle maneuver to try to knock him down.
Okay, he's going to use a legendary resistance in order to stay standing.
Okay.
Make sure to roll your additional damage. Yep, there you go.
Yep. I think there is another bit that I want to put on this specific attack. I'm just reading it. I know it's in here somewhere. 10 minutes while your arms are present, you can use your wisdom modifier when you use visage of the astral self, astral sight, word of the spirits, body of the astral self. So I do 2 extra d8 damage because of visions of the astral self, so that's 11 damage on top of that.
Okay.
Another unarmed strike, 27 to hit for 9. Oh.
That hits.
I've been doing the wrong damage.
Yeah, that's okay.
Been doing the wrong thing. So that is a 28 to hit for 15, 19.
Okay.
This is the damage that I forgot. 9. Come on, condense. Spend a key point for flurry of blows. 28 for 4 for a 12. God, I did it again.
Okay, it's all good.
For 14. And then last one, 32 for 17 more.
Okay.
This is all on Nosgrada.
Okay. Now that your key objective is free, you two of you begin to assault this creature, this abomination that has hurt so many lives, wailing on him past his arcane shield and trying to strike at him with all that you've got. And he still resolutely stands, though the damage is piling up. Kai.
Kai is going to... Kai's smart. He's going to leave a space for lines if necessary.
Okay.
So he's going to go there. And he's going to use a bunch of Great Weapon Master attacks. 22?
That
does
is
not hit because he
not
shield.
enough. Yeah.
Yep. I think on that one, as it bounces off the shield, he's just going to go back to his regular maul strikes. 16 does not hit. But a 27 for 10.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use his last, what's it called? Action Surge for 3 more. 31. 21 does not hit. 28. So for 31 more
31.
damage.
Okay. Nice. Very
That is
well
Kai's
done.
turn.
Okay. Larson also flees the field. Uriel.
Uriel is going to use that advantage he got quite some time ago. Or once more try to take that blade away. With a 22 this time.
Okay. $21.
Okay, I will send the blade over to this rock.
Okay. So it is there. Just going to grab a pen, and so I know where it is. There we go.
I was
yeah.
happy that rock was perfectly 30 feet away.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Says action. I don't know if Uriel has bonus actions. Does he want to keep moving at all, or is he going to stay where he is?
I mean, wizards generally shouldn't get in melee combat unless they're good at it.
Yeah. We'll just step back another step, why not?
Okay. Nihilus.
All right, Nihilus is going to join the fray. On this side, I think. There's short sword. 23 doesn't hit. 23 doesn't hit.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Yeah. We've got a lot to talk about, Renji and Nihilus.
All right. Then it's the lair.
Dodongos? Let's get the Gorons involved.
Dodongos.
Roll a d2.
1, 2.
I'll roll it since I have the Goron.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Only one Dodongo.
Can we choose where to put him?
But choose
the
an
dog
edge
roll.
to put him on.
Here. down
This. Oh, that. Yeah, yep, that's closer. Just slightly. Here.
Yep. There we go. Okay. So Dodongo rushes into the field. It's ready to go. We'll let it have its turn. Why not?
Just let it go on the
will.
layer turn.
Initiative 19.
Yeah, initiative 19. It will. So it will. What's the word? So it's a speed of 40. Yeah. So it's going to dig underground and then pop back up here. And then it's going to try and bite at Nazgradar. 20 does not hit.
Oh, but look at those chompers.
Okay.
I'm glad we avoided these things.
All right. Then comes back to his turn. Renji, as you shout at him, calling him imbecile, knowing all of his tricks, his hands now free raise, and he says, "You haven't seen all of them." So. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to need. So as a turn ends, the shield fizzles. As he returns to his magic, and he rends the sky asunder. He's going to. Center a number of these.
Is this a spell?
It is a spell.
I would like to try and counterspell.
With his own reaction, he counterspells your counterspell.
I'm gonna punch him in his counterspell.
At what level? Because I'm counterspelling at 4th.
He's counterspelling at 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
All
he
things
only doing
cons-
that because I said 4th?
No, actually, in all honesty, he probably is going to use his other level 9 spell slot in order to counterspell it at 9th to ensure that this goes through. However, you have deprived him of all of his 9th level spells.
Okay.
24 hits.
Okay, cool.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Let
23.
me see what my thing is real quick, just to make sure. I think it's less than 23. Yeah, it's only 22. Okay.
Unfortunate.
Has Renji had a
I-
turn to rebarb?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I might make him roll his Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So, given what I did last time, gets an 18 instead. Then he's going to spend a legendary resistance in order to pass that.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay, there's still more. Okay, but that's still good.
Okay. So, going to center one. Oh, they are big, aren't they?
They are huge.
I think he's maneuvering them in a way that it actually catches everybody, but they won't overlap, thankfully. I think even if they did, it doesn't stack the damage.
To
Yeah.
stack damage if they overlap.
But
Something
he's
like
going to
5
bring
damage?
forth fiery demise from the sky. I would like a dexterity saving throw, please.
Can I make this?
And he also
I
needs
do have that resistance.
because that's fire and it's also bludgeoning, so I need to do another 20d6 here.
Oh no.
I can't pass, so.
Can't pass that.
So that's 77 fire and 60
down.
bludgeoning.
I'm also down.
Okay, here we go. 30. I jump over and backflip on the meteor that's going to fall out.
1 point shot.
Everyone else needs to make rolls to Kai, Nihilus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll back up.
Mara's immune, she's ethereal.
Tyrina can't pass. What's the total damage?
137.
So not almost dead as well.
Let's see. Nihilus has evasion, so that
That's not the right one. It's 13.
69.
Okay.
Kai's still up.
Tyrina is Bailey.
Is Uriel in range? It's with the giant.
Yeah.
4 different points, 40-foot radius.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Mm.
Yeah, you could do something like
Yeah. Meteor Swarm
that would
is.
be 1.
Yeah.
Meteor Swarm clears the board.
Sure does.
Okay, what's the total there?
It's
130.
100
got-
so Uriel does unfortunately go down. He's only got 110. The Dodongo, in fact. I think the Dodongo is kind of. Actually, no, 94 hit points. It might survive it if he passes his roll.
Hmm.
Can he pass the roll?
No.
Well.
I will be
You tried,
charitable.
you tried,
however.
buddy.
Mm-hmm.
What I will do,
Does the Dodongo
however.
have resistance to anything?
Should have
He's immune to fire. Oh my goodness! So he only takes 60 from the bludgeoning. You have a Dodongo still in play.
Yay!
Dodongo!
Also, Nosgood doesn't have Hunter's Mark. I'm down.
Okay. Yeah. He also will not follow up with a former Mara slash because he doesn't have his sword on hand anymore. But yeah, he like this flame and rock and doom rains down from the sky. The earth trembles as an explosion rocks the area. Soldiers on all sides of this little conflict are knocked asunder and sent flying. As the dust clears and settles what was once this quaint little gathered spot is now roiling in flame. Nazrikadar lowers his arms, looking down to the unconscious form of Renji, and says, "As I have said, arrogance." Zayden, it is your go. He has used his reaction, so he can't do any more shields. Despite his stature, he doesn't have his sword anymore, and the damage is quite visible. You are getting very close. He had to use basically the top of his arcane might in order to accomplish what he just did.
Zayden is gonna hobble his way up to here. Will clutch tightly to what's it? Pane of Bruna, and we'll cast. Can I up level this? Yeah, this is probably worth up leveling to max. Going to cast 7th level Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Targeting Uriel. Was Nihilus down?
Nihilus is
up.
not down.
Renji, Mac. That's 3.
Tyrina is very close to falling over.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Tyrina?
has 13 hit points.
That's 4. Himself for 5, and Kakuana for 6.
Okay.
How much did we get, sorry?
23. Because
Okay.
it rolled alright.
What's half of
1,
77?
76 down to
38.
yes.
So 39. Okay. Because Kai is resistant to fire, and I forgot about that. Okay. His HP is where it's supposed to be.
But I put everybody back on the board for a bit.
I did say I wasn't pulling any punches today.
Oh, I do not blame you. I blame you for naming the attack Mara. I blame you.
Okay. Is that everything you can do on your turn, Zayden?
What level is that? I will also use a 4th level healing word on Renji.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Got it. Okay. Tyrina.
Seeing as you made yourself a bit of his target.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding the situation, I'm going to ask everyone, should Tyrina hit or cure more wounds? Because she
Hit,
has
probably.
mass cure wounds.
Might as well go for cures.
Okay. So, Zayden, Tyrina, Renji, Max, and
Nihilus, because Nihilus went down.
Nihilus, yes.
I
Nihilus
just
didn't go down. Nihilus
I
was
didn't realize I couldn't
49.
have.
Well, you can have some hit points.
As a treat.
Yes.
Thank you. 64 now.
Okay, so she has.
I did just realize it is a 30-foot sphere on a point, not 60 foot from yourself, so...
That's fine. It's okay.
The only difference would be I would have used the healing word on Uriel instead of Renji.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an action. Share bonus actions.
Okay.
I'm looking if she has bonus actions. I haven't played Paladin in fucking ages.
Don't
think so.
Think so. Let me have a look, because you should have...
Everything's actions. Okay.
Yeah, everything is actions. The bonus actions are loading up actions.
Hmm.
Hang on a second. one thing I need to check on D&D Beyond. Because I'm sure that Tyrina should have an additional aura on top of what she's doing.
That would be your custom aura, which I
Yeah.
have somewhere. TTRPG books, already Hyrule, class options of Hyrule, Artificer, Barbarian, Druid, Bard, Fighter, Paladin. Aura of Defiance.
Mm-hmm.
You regain a number of hit points at the start of your turn equal to your Charisma modifier, and friendly creatures within 30 feet also gain that benefit.
Oh, sick. Do people want more hit points?
Yes, please.
How does that work?
So that would
Did
be
you get
4
that?
more hit points. Yep, they just get that within 30
Okay.
feet of Tyrina.
Nice.
Yay.
My 35, I don't know.
Dang.
Tyrina gets them.
Okay,
It's fine.
Max.
He's gonna stumble up to his feet using Samaria's staff. Use a bonus action to drink one of Mara's greater healing potions.
That's
'cause
13?
it's plus 4, yeah.
Yeah, what's 39 plus 14?
53.
Thank you. With as much HP as he can possibly get,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to cast Witch Bolt at 8th level and use his Channel Divinity to make it maximum damage possible.
Yes!
I'm just
Nice.
gonna
If this is not
roll
the
it for
deal
the
to do
to
this.
hit. That's a 33. And the maximum possible damage is 101.
Danny not saving this.
Yes! And that's 8th
Very
level, so I'm gonna need to roll
nice.
8 d10s. I'm about to go back down. Oh, no, I'm still standing.
You're still standing.
Oof.
Okay.
That's 20, and I do keep the spell going.
Okay. At the end of your turn,
Okay, I wanted to also, can I give my second concentration slot to contain Mara in the gauntlet?
yes.
I would like to do that, please.
Okay. With a look and a gesture to Mara's disembodied spirit, without saying a word, you ask, or
Just
you
hold the gauntlet out towards her.
yeah. And she looks down at it, looks to you, nods, and is contained within the gauntlet safely.
Mhm.
Okay. Now at the end of your
She's
turn,
at least 1 hit save.
Mm-hmm.
struggling against the pure force of power that has now been he has been enveloped in. Nazgradar will reach out into seeming nothingness and pull. I would like everybody who is currently under the effect of a concentration spell that is enhancing them, such as Shield of Faith or something like that, but not something that they are actively concentrating on, such as Max's Witch Bolt, to make for me a charisma saving throw.
That's an interesting requirement.
Quite.
So, for example, the foresight that is on Hikan.
Oh.
That's not a concentration.
Sorry, it's not a concentration. Sorry, I
It
misspoke.
is a buff.
It's
so
a buff.
If anyone's
Any
having
ma-
a buff spell that they're concentrating
Yeah,
on, which I
any
Max
spell that
doesn't-
comes from a buff, any buff that comes from a spell explicitly, but any kind of like class effect is not required here.
But does that mean resistance as well?
Yes.
Well, shit.
Do I roll that, or does Hikan roll that?
Whoever's under the effect of it. If you're the caster and you're not under the
That's
effect
fine.
of it, then you're okay.
24.
Okay.
27.
And
Nice.
that was Tyrina.
Yeah, Tyrina's
wait,
fine, I think.
it's more for Tyrina. It's
Yeah.
31 because of her thing, and
Yeah.
28.
Okay. So, and that's just one spell each of you are being buffed by, correct?
I don't think
I
I have
don't
any.
believe I have anything else.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as you are being enveloped by
Resistance
these
dropped,
spells...
by the way, because of my unconsciousness.
Pardon?
I still have that 1d4 resistance still in because I couldn't use it for anything.
Yeah.
It didn't drop when I went unconscious.
If that's from my staff, and that uses my concentration, that went a while ago when I did the sunbeam.
Then I don't have it.
Okay, so it is just Hikan.
Cool.
You still pass, though. But what is happening
Alright,
is
that's the rule.
Nazgradar is taking the flames of the surroundings that you're currently in, applying it to the weave directly, and is igniting the mana that is currently around you. So you're under the effect of one buff spell, so you take 2d time fire, halved because you pass a spell. If you've been like loading up on buffs like Shield of Faith and Heroism and all that kind of stuff under that effect, then the damage increases.
That
Fancy
is
that, but we didn't actually get
terrifying.
around to casting them.
I am so glad I didn't cast Protection from Good and Evil when we were still in the Plane of Lament. I did it.
So that is 4 points of fire damage onto Hikan. You still keep the spell. It's more or less like a mechanical incentive to drop a few buffs to stop you from taking so much damage. But it's, yeah.
I feel like he's going to be very disappointed of how little effect that had. But also probably slightly insulting that none of us are actually buffed as we're kicking the shit out of him.
That's fair.
Such a burn.
Renji, I believe you're currently prone still.
I'm currently prone.
Yep.
I get up with half my movement, so I can still run 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
As I get up, I grip Aspiration Fulfilled in my hand. Storyteller. I was on 0 hit points. I was technically, according to the rules of the game, did I hear what Nazgûl does?
No. You didn't hear him say arrogance, at the very least.
Darn it. Okay.
Sorry. You did get hit by a meteor.
Oh, I know.
Your ears might have been ringing a bit.
I think back on the one thing that had, which was also kind of explosive. And so, a little loud, maybe louder than I would have normally done, I say, "Congratulations, Nazgûl. You managed to accomplish what a mindless bomb could do." And what's the word? My sunblade begins burning brighter and brighter as I cast Blue Flame Blade, for which I have to roll a melee spell, a melee with my weapon. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
I will roll my standard damage on it, which includes my save attack damage. That is 30. And I add 3d8 fire damage.
Okay.
That's
That is-
1d6 because... Oh, wait, no, that dropped because you dropped.
That dropped. 19 extra fire damage.
Okay. Okay. All right. You cut into the back of him. The flames go, igniting his deathly robes. He staggers forward and turns back to you. See you back on your feet. But yeah, he still stands. Barely though.
Fair enough.
Okay. Staying where you are?
Did I have a... I'm going to throw a defensive flourish on that as
Okay.
roll on the 8. AC of 24 and 2 extra damage.
Okay.
It would be funny if that was it.
Okay. Hikan.
Aura. I clicked the wrong one. That is an extra d6. Let me just do that real quick. So that is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Natural 20 for 2d8 extra
27.
on top of that one. 36.
36.
Okay.
Flurry of blows. 32 for... I did the wrong one again. No, not a d4, a d6. For 15. And last one, 27 for 19.
Very good damage. Very good damage indeed. Unrelenting. Unending. Standing within the field of destruction, you know your target and you will bring him down. You strike and strike and strike again, breaking through his defenses. He still stands as resolute as he might, but you're winning, certainly. Kai.
Kai takes a look at everyone around, sees that Max's effort has kind of messed him up a little bit. He's going to move 10 feet over here. I don't remember if Nosgradal used his reaction.
He hasn't.
Will he take an attack of opportunity?
He will not.
Okay. And then Kai says to Max, kind of ducking underneath the collection of witch bolts, says, "You hit really hard, kid. We need you still up." And you regain 42 hit points.
Oh, great.
Yay.
Put all my blood back in.
I'm just gonna bring that down to 0, because he has no more of those.
Just gonna nod.
Oh dear.
Okay. And then he's gonna move 5 feet out of the way.
Okay. Uriel.
I'm going to have Uriel use his 8th level spell slot on so many Scorching Rays.
Finger guns. Pew 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 pew.
So, first one, miss.
2.
I have a question, Avi.
Yes.
Does Uriel have any magic items? And if not, why?
Give me a
lack
second
of
to...
preparation.
Give me a sec to get through this first, and I will answer you in 2 different ways.
Okay.
9.
So 21 says 8, 12, 18, 22, 31, 40 points of damage in Scorching Ray form. As for your answer, my dear friend, the Doylist response is, I didn't think of that. And the Watsonian response is because that's profit and he doesn't want to endanger that.
All of the magic items
he
that he
could
wants to use.
But he could
Yeah.
show off how good his magic items are.
That's what we're doing for him.
Given how this,
it would be such good advertising.
gi-
Using them to save the world.
Advertising.
it gives, yeah, that's fair. That's true. I wonder. There's a part of me that wonders whether or not, considering the situation that you're currently in, he was like, "Is that how close to that is technically war profiteering?" And if so, given how this campaign started.
No, it turns out this is a simulacrum and he's just back at base.
Yeah. When he went down, he should have just been a puddle of snow. Which would have evaporated because it's the meteors. He's just gone. Like you end and you think, oh god, Uriel's dead. You get back and he's at the shop and say, hey, did it go okay?
How'd it go, guys?
What happened?
I was there for a bit and then suddenly not. What happened?
Yeah. Oh dear. All right. Uriel from the distance, downrange. Beams of arcane flame slam into the side of Nazgradar, bringing him closer and closer to his defeat. Nihilus.
Yes. Stabby.
Shank him.
16?
Does not hit.
Unfortunately not. 23 though. 23 hits.
Hey.
That is 6 piercing damage and a
Okay, so he takes 50 on top of that, so that's 21.
and that is just
Yeah, just roll 5d6.
16 extra.
Okay. The lair action.
Crossbows.
I was thinking slow.
Full slow.
I like slow.
I mean, the DC for it is only 18.
Yeah. I would suggest Ballistay for reasonably stable damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody roll 1d20 plus 8.
Yep.
16.
24.
15.
24.
Okay.
2d10.
2d10s for the people who hit.
16.
6.
Okay. So you hear off in the distance Risha call fire, and the bolts fly overhead straight towards Nazgradar. He looks up. He uses magic to pack away one, sending it off to the side. However, in the turning of the moment, he gets hit in the shoulder. In a moment of desperation, he utilizes his magic to attempt to dimension door himself over to his sword.
I will have to spell that.
Okay.
And I roll my charisma. 25.
Okay. So as he attempts to move, you wrench away the magic.
Oh, I'm down again.
You
No,
gained
wait, I'm not.
42.
No, I'm
You
at 52.
should-
Yeah,
No,
you're okay.
I'm fine.
You're
okay.
good.
I thought I was still at 20 all of a sudden.
Yeah. You wrench away his magic from him as he attempts to flee. He manages to just duck under one, but another one hits him in the opposite shoulder. And then it falls to his turn.
That was a spell he cast.
Get a punch.
Stop it.
22 for 15 more.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll my con saves. Mara's
So
fine,
that
but
would
the
be-
spell isn't.
Okay.
Okay, which bolt fades.
As he staggers down slightly to regain his footing, Hikan, seeing the opportunity from him casting his spell, leap up and strike him in the jaw. He staggers backwards, dazed. He breathes deeply as best he might. he turns again to try and get to his weapon. And as he calls forth the magic, you can see that his abuse of the weave lashes out at him. You see arcane cracks run up his arm, and he recoils slightly. He turns to try and cast another spell at all of you, but he can't will it. And he collapses to his knees.
Is the Dodongo going to get the final hit?
The Dongo's still got a concussion, I think, for this one.
The doggo's got a little bird spinning around his head.
Okay, yeah,
But as
little
he-
cuckoos.
But as he collapses to his knees with a momentous thud, he breathes in and out and looks up with a look of unbridled disdain at the indignity that he is now helpless. And so I ask, how does the Storm's Eye want to do this?
I'm not gonna cast any more spells because if I do, I might die. So I'm just gonna keep Witchbolt going and just rip as much of him apart with the lightning as possible.
I think I would want to sever the skull from...
Neck?
Yeah, I'm not certain this thing has a neck.
From the rest of it.
Yeah.
I think Hikan... Oh, go ahead.
I've not used any of my higher level spells, so Renji is going to focus, and you see those flecks of energy around his head, and then seeing his look into the air, I go, I will say this one final time. Nazgrada, and I cast Psychic Lance.
On focuses in the brief moment he can, doing a strum through the heart as the energies of the Bombus and the Ether Medallion collect as he cocks back his fist and pumps all of that energy into the remains of Nazgrada's body.
Inside?
Zyda's gonna make sure to get in on the copious overkill, and he'll raise the Kana Brina high and summon down a holy pillar of fire. Flame strike.
Max, your fury finally being satisfied in this moment, as even on the last legs you stand strong, and with a mastery of power you shackle Nazgrada to his spot, ensuring his helplessness as he recoils back in pain. Renji, you move a hand and call his name, piercing his psyche with with the strength of magic that you have to rend asunder his most valuable object, his own mind. Zayden, you call forth through the artifact of Berna a column of holy flame to push him further down into the dirt. With one final strike, Hikan, amassing the strength of the artifacts that you had spent so long looking for, with a resounding crash of righteous power. What remains of Nazgrad's form is utterly annihilated, leaving the battlefield silent, save for the flickering of flames. And as everyone breathes a sigh of relief, one soldier off in the distance, having survived the cataclysm that was the meteor swarm, begins to cheer, and he is soon followed by other cheers. This was it. You have won.
That does add a sort of finality to it, that lovely red cross over the token.
Sidon,
Max is gonna
gonna-
fall to his knees and just hold the orb containing Mara close to his chest. Just in
Renji is
case.
going to rush over and give Max his greater potion of healing.
Sidon will just kind of wave his hand and say, don't worry, I've got a little bit of juice left. Now we'll shove 70 hit points into you.
Aw, thanks.
And that is 11 from me.
Yeah. He's mostly just tired because his strength is now 3.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
For a bit of a while.
Yeah.
But you broke the curse. You can actually use Wish again.
Yeah. For people listening who don't know, the very first time I ever cast Wish on any character, I rolled under 33 and couldn't roll
Oof.
it again.
Yep, that sucks.
And the second time, I think.
I don't think I rolled it a second time, did I? I think I've only rolled it once.
Looking at the now charred and destroyed remains of Nazgrada, I kind of look over to where sword is.
Very good.
I will walk over to it, disregarding your. And with aspiration fulfilled, still like slowly pushing it down to melt infernal.
You, with one final act, no matter how long it takes, time is not a consequence in this moment. You will see it done. And eventually, through
When
your
the sun
effort-
rises,
when the sun rises, what was once the death sword, what was once a cage for a dear friend, is no more.
so while Renji does that, what is everyone else doing?
Catching my breath.
Very good.
I'm maintaining concentration because I don't want like Mara to end up disappearing to another plane. Before you get back.
I think Hikan's just kind of. I think Hikan and Kai, as I think they have the most HP right now. Just kind of go over and check on the people nearby, checking on Tyrina, checking on Nihilus, making sure Zaiden's okay, checking on Uriel, etc.
While the adrenaline does kind of begin to wear down a fair amount, and the celebrations do continue, Risha helps coordinate the soldiers to help guide people away from the effectively burning craters that were left as a result of your conflict, just so that there is cleaner air to breathe as you recover.
Oh, shit.
Like,
He said that his armies might still be marching. We might have cleanup to do over in Western Hyrule.
Yeah, all of those undead will have regained their minds.
Or lost them.
Oh
If
dear.
they were even there to begin with.
Yeah. Wait, if they were there, but if they weren't, then it piles of bones and ectoplasm?
If you bring
We'll
this up
see.
with Tyrina and Das, oh not Tyrina, Risha and Das, Risha will just kind of nod and say, "The work is never done. Lord Das, I need your assistance in some cleanup." And Das nods and says, "Very well. You've done good. Rest. We shall take care of the rest." And he gets on the nearest horse, and along with Risha and a small contingent of folks, begins moving back southwest.
I will grab a sending stone to Impa. Hey there.
Judging by the fact that I'm hearing your voice again, I'm guessing good? Please be good. Please don't be a trick.
No. No. It's done. It's done. I hope at least, like, there may still be undead. Is Hyrule Castle Town good? I'm sorry, the adrenaline is I do not know how I feel.
Town is good.
Okay.
And you can see for yourself when you get back here and you rest. All of you.
Yeah, people have been saying that. We got her back. In a way, we got her back.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I should call Risha as well and give her.
Risha was here.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. My mind is all over the place.
just a slight bit of concussion from a meteor.
Just a little bit.
We'll be fine. We are fine.
It's like a day's travel back to Castletown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might take a little bit longer.
Okay. So Hikan's gonna walk past Uriel, give him the scroll of Soul Cage because we don't need it anymore.
Mm.
And might as well give it to the wizard who sells scrolls.
Oh, I ain't selling
And-
this. This is evil. I'm putting it in the trash.
To say,
You got that from Samaria, yeah?
yes, we did, and
So it's
I
like,
think
oh,
you
thank
might
you.
be.
Thank you for giving this to me so I can destroy it.
Yeah, destroy it or
That's
keep
very
it
good.
safe.
And then Hikan will go get cooking supplies from it. We'll run back over to Max and ask if he can have some of the food stores in the haversack.
That
And
just
starts
gives you the
min-
haversack.
Excellent.
Which-
And then
Which, considering his hoarders in there, is kind of a big deal for him.
Oh yeah.
mhm. Hikan stays within eyesight and just
Yeah.
kind of starts pulling out the different things and makes a stew because it's going to be simple and hearty for everyone.
Tyrina
I-
will... Oh, go for it.
Anxiety is going to take full advantage of this staff while he still has it, and has unlimited casting of Healing Word, first level. He's going to start spending a few minutes topping everyone to full.
That's good.
Oh, what a relief.
Yeah. Tyrina will wander over to the group and just in a clatter just fall. That was cool. I mean, it was horrifying, but it was... I missed you guys so much.
We missed you
too.
Nihilus will slowly, wordlessly wander over to you, Renji, and then after like the briefest half pause, we'll just pull you into a hug.
Aw.
I will embrace him. I didn't expect or imagine you to be here.
My
I'm
son
so
was saving the world.
glad.
How could I not be here?
It's hard to imagine. Just with the way things start. I'm so glad you were here. I am so glad we did it.
So proud of you.
You need to brush up on your skills. And we just start laughing.
Yeah. Oh dear. And somewhat adjacent to this final battlefield, as everyone winds down, the soldiers who remain, having begun packing away the ballistae, will kind of just revel in the moment of the quiet. Everyone's been up all night, but they don't care. A great evil has been defeated, and Hyrule has been saved. The Gorons, all collectively who had come along, tend to the Dodongos. The one Dodongo who had bravely, as best he might, try and bite at Nazgradar and then was staggered by Apocalypse.
Dodongo dislikes smoke.
Yeah. They tend to the creature's wounds, and
It's a big bonk on the top of the head.
yeah. But they all laugh uproariously together and with all of you. The Zora on hand will tend to the Magisters and Astrid. Astrid is mercifully okay. Shaken, but okay. She does excuse herself briefly to spend more time with all of you, given the scenario that had led her to this moment.
She got to see the land where her hero is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Gerudo will approach Tyrina briefly. There's somewhat of a terse conversation between the two of them, but ultimately Tyrina does thank them for their aid. And the Gerudo in turn.
But you didn't do anything.
But you didn't do anything.
Goodbye.
And the Gerudo in turn will say, the king sends his regards, and will, instead of lingering, will get back on their horses and make their way back to the desert. Tyrina seems slightly troubled by this, but puts it out of her mind. She doesn't care. She would have been here even if they weren't. She's here with all of you, and that's what matters. And so, you all have a hearty breakfast, and
We did break our fast, so yes.
yeah,
Eat some food.
you eat some food, and you carry on for the rest of the evening. Now,
I'm going to pull the other three aside.
okay.
I'm going to release Mara from the orb.
It will emerge.
Just look at her and ask, do you want a new body?
I can probably make or buy you one.
Let her answer.
She ponders a moment and looks back at the battlefield, and then looks to all of you. and says, I've spent my entire existence with that shadow hanging over my head. I learned what it means to live, in a sense, but it was always with the fear that it could be taken away again. You saved me. I don't want to say goodbye yet. If you can, then please, but I...
It's called. That's it. How much is it to get someone who can cast the spell reincarnate?
I don't know, Sidon, how much is it?
Yeah.
So,
Don't-
stuff worth 1,000 gold. Casting time 1 hour.
We will just have to go.
Class is
Um,
druid.
Just have to go.
I can cover it.
Yeah, same.
It says.
Oil's worth 1,000.
By the way,
Touch
Renji
if you
is completely crying by this point.
It's like, your body might be a lot different to your old one, but it could work.
I've gone through a lot of identities. I think I can manage.
You'll still be Mara?
Yeah.
Of course I'll still be Mara. Of course.
Unless you want to change, that's fine. You can.
It's the name I had when I met all of you. I'm keeping it.
Yeah. You'll be Mara. You. I'm so glad you're here. And I look over at Max. May I?
Yeah, what?
Hug.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Thank you. You're so
Max
strong.
doesn't put his arm around you, but he does put the wings around you.
Oh.
And he does have a little smile on his face.
After holding that hug for slightly too long, Renji, let's go. Looks over at the four of them. You are the bravest people I know. I am honored to call you friends. I fully expected to die there.
Not on my watch.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did for like a second.
Is it really like that happened?
You died, but then you lived.
It wasn't novel.
Oh my goodness. So, after a time you do return to our castle town. You do get the resources needed in order to do reincarnate. Let me just check the number of races that we have there and see what dice I need to roll to see what Mara returns as.
Default is D100, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 races.
I'm thinking Zelda ones.
Yeah, I figured. What species can Mara
Could reincarnate as ones we've never met.
or
There
Deku Scrub?
is 9 different ones on the table. Like, if you're not including sub-races.
Default reincarnate does actually include sub-races and has a leaning heavily towards elves, I think.
Yeah,
This
Yep.
is a lot of elves.
there's a lot of elves.
There's a very low chance of becoming a tiefling from reincarnate. Or dragonborn.
Yeah. Oh, 10 because of Sheikah.
Hmm. That would be funny.
That would
We just
be,
make it
I
1
mean,
through 10 on
yeah.
each,
Yes, please.
just for ease.
every 10.
4.
So what you have for the first one? So the first one would be Dragonborn on the reincarnate
Oh, yeah, so
list.
let's go
There's none of
with
those.
Hylian, Sheikah, Zora, Gerudo, Goron, Deku Scrub. It'd be
Rooted now.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's the case. Mara reincarnates as a Gerudo. She's about as tall as Tyrina, though slightly more lithe, with long red hair.
Renji is just as surprised as anyone when he starts blushing.
Zidon will have been prepared and will offer her a robe.
Thank you.
It's just us.
Um,
Welcome back.
Blushing does not stop.
I imagine Zidon had several robes in different sizes in case we got a Deku Scrub.
Hikan pulls out Mara's old clothes and goes, I don't think these will fit anymore.
We can get them remade. Tailored to your new form.
Yeah.
You can reach the top shelves.
I guess so, yeah. I won't have to use a stepladder anymore.
And I bet I'll see a lot of the library when I go over to relieve Uriel. Oh dear.
It'll be okay.
Did Gerudo have better night vision?
No.
I don't think so. They might have low light at best in this one.
Low light doesn't exist in 5e.
Okay.
But
Then
here it
they
might.
don't.
I remember my Gerudo in the other game didn't have.
Yeah, but she did get the needs less sleep. That's nice.
Yeah. So,
Less sleep, more reading.
we've gone, as expected for the final episode, we've gone an hour and a half over time. Now,
That's fine, let's keep going.
I was going to say, did you want to do epilogues now?
Yes.
Or did you want to save them for another episode?
Now.
We can do epilogues now.
Now.
I'm
Okay.
good too.
So, if that is the case, I simply ask, everybody, while we're still on the map, roll initiative, and we'll see who does their epilogue first.
Hikan barges to the front of the queue.
So, Hikan, the world is saved. You have acquired the 3 medallions that you were tasked to find. What do you do now?
So, Hikan goes back with everyone to Castletown as part of the reincarnation ritual. And he kind of stays there for a couple of days thinking, making sure that everyone's okay. And he pulls open the Book of Mudora and begins writing a cipher in the back. It's not horribly complex, but it might be in a few generations. especially with Hikan's spelling.
Oh, yeah.
And then Hikan goes to Uriel and will bring whoever would like to accompany him to make 2 stone tablets. And he carves the ciphers for them onto the tablets themselves and goes and finds places to put them because they surround the medallions themselves. He does not go back to the monastery to return them. He takes care of that himself. Anyone's welcome to come if they so wish. He keeps an open invitation.
Renji would be there.
And then he just mostly wanders. Afterwards, mostly through Hyrule. Maybe he gets on a ship and goes to Laberna, the other continents for a time, but mostly sticks to Hyrule, closer to his friends. And continues practicing different martial arts. Every time that you see Hikan afterwards, he has done a new style of martial arts since he's changed so many times in the campaign.
Nice.
Yeah.
Renji.
With going on adventures with friends, I don't think Renji will ever not do that. But in the time that he had, he will make good on his promise to relieve Uriel of the burden of being Lord of Magic. And with that, also either lobbies for Mara or help her with finding a new appointee. And later on, he'll go and find going back and forth annoying without having to ask someone to bring him there, take the hours. And he's going to look for an artifact that allows quick travel. And he gets to find some rumors that purportedly allows someone to try playing a tune.
I see. Excellent. Very well. Max.
Can I go last, please?
Sure. Then.
I think the first thing Zidane will do is he will offer Mara back her 20,000 gold pieces.
She won't take all of it. She'll take like 5,000 of it. She doesn't know what she'd do with that amount of money now that she actually has to worry about it for a change.
I'm not sure in terms of actual economy how much 5,000 is. Probably a lifetime's worth, really.
Quite a lot.
Then Zidane is going to... He has 2 aims. One is, I believe through the process of this, we effectively all become max level characters, so...
You do. You have all achieved level 20 now.
He will take advantage of his unlimited shapeshifting and will go to the Goron Mountains for quite some time, using his earth elemental form to harvest the mountains for a copious amount of diamonds. He will then use said diamond to use true resurrection upon his wife and child, and will settle down in their barony, setting up a large orphanage for all of the children from this war. And, other causes.
Of course.
At some point he'll remember to return the cane.
Absolutely. Max.
One of the first things Max does is hand the robe back to Uriel, the robe of the Archmagi, as he promised. Then later on, as he watches all of his companions going in different directions, it hurts that he can't go with all of them all at once. That he can't just stay with all of them. But he makes himself ignore it. Because he knows he has to. For their own sakes. He tries to connect with his brothers some more, but it's difficult considering what they remind him of. So he gets Kai and the others to build him a tower on the estate zone land thing, and tells everyone that they're welcome to visit whenever they want, and we'll just use that as his base of operations as he just starts to study magical instruments and stuff like the one in the Spelljammer. Because that fascinated him.
Yeah.
I think Zidon would be quite frequently visiting, living in the same town at that point.
Renji feels responsibility towards the barony and affection towards his as often.
Max has specifically requested that no houses be built in a certain area around his tower, just in case. Also, casting Wish was enough use of his magic to make him grow a tail. So he's now fully half-dragon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. For the most part, everybody else goes about their ways. It's difficult to get rid of Tyrina, in truth. She had ultimately felt probably that last falling out with General Tanea was enough that she believed her original conviction of leaving the desert was the right call.
Does she want to be a knight of our barony? I think we can knight people.
Possibly,
Can we have one?
We have one. Yeah, if I believe that Rufus, at the very least, would be all for the decision, and would be more than willing to formally knight Tyrina.
We're gonna rub that in Lord Rickshaw's face.
Yeah. As she takes up a spot, helping protect the Artemark barony. Nihilus, as well as Alea over the coming years, bow out from their positions as caretakers of the royal family. It's mostly under suggestion of the royals themselves. It feels like the land is safer now, and given situations, they feel there's less of a desperate need for them to be so close at hand. And mostly just wanting them to be able to retire appropriately. Nihilus returns to Kakariko. Alea wanders off somewhere. No one knows where, but they feel that she's probably safe enough. Impa insists on staying, and basically becomes the bodyguard and advisor for the entire royal family, even as Rufus grows older and more certain of his actions as king. Uriel is Uriel. He returns to his shop, He continues selling wares to people who can afford it. Continues to discuss magical theory with those who would like to discuss it, even as he's relieved of his position of Lord of Magic by Renji. There is a day, however, when his door mysteriously vanishes. No one knows where he goes, but most people who know him theorize that maybe there was a much more lucrative market elsewhere. He does at least do you the dignity of providing a letter saying goodbye. Do you still go ahead with the plan to resurrect Lord Simeon, now that Nazgradar is no longer in the picture and no longer has control over his soul?
Yeah.
I see no reason not to.
Yes,
In that
that's what we
case,
promised.
you manage to, eventually, resurrect Lord Simeon back to his original form and position. He returns to work. Once again, essentially, it's almost like he never left after he returns. He does work alongside Mara a lot. He knows that Mara was basically his pick for successor, and intends to continue discussing things with her as needed. Eventually, Rufus comes of age, 18 years old, and through his efforts and his connections with the other peoples of Hyrule, manages to formally, officially, by signed document and all, put an end to the Civil War. He does ask your advice a lot when he does this. Mara, for her part, while she does try and stay with all of you as best she can, you are her family after all. She does tend to go for a wander all her own, no longer needing to hide who she is, no longer something that requires apology. True, everlasting freedom. And she revels in that as much as she possibly can. Hyrule is odd when it's so peaceful. Considering everything that you've been through, it's difficult to imagine it not being in some kind of danger. But it's a peace that can bring comfort to some, maybe irritation to others. You're there the day that Rufus finds a wife and makes her his queen. You're there when the heralds cry that there is a new princess, Princess Zelda. And you carry on with your lives as normal. The success and the adventure still fresh in your mind. And then, sometime later, 20 years after that first adventure, 20 years after a unseeming, maybe unremarkable collection of adventurers had tended to the safety of a farmer's son before being employed by a tired noble looking for escorts for his scholars. 20 years from the start of all of this, we see Hyrule Castle Town. We see the marketplace. We see it full of life and activity. We see a boy garbed in green. Upon his back is a sword and a wooden shield. He wanders through the streets, amazed at the structure, the people, homes made of stone, not carved out of a tree. Everyone's so tall here. He wanders further into the main market square, and there, sitting in the center of a fountain, appears to be a statue. The statue depicts 5 individuals. 6, actually, come to think of it. Appear to be 3 Sheikah, one of which a caster with a wise expression. Another martial artist, springing with life. Another swashbuckler of sorts, standing with countenance and dignity. A Hylian, wreathed in magic, and held aloft by great wings. A Gerudo, a bulwark, coated in armor, holding aloft an axe with a smile on her face, ready for any challenge. And amidst them all, a Hylian woman, smiling, calm, collected. As he watches, from beneath his cap emerges a small light, fluttering on insect-like wings. The fairy flutters over to the statue, circles it once, and then moves back to the boy. Says, "Hey!" Oh, and looks back to the statue. "Oh, do I have a story for you?" And with that, we will bring Hyrule Chronicles to a close. Thank
The
you,
Legend of
everybody.
Mara.
Legend of Mara. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening and or watching. I have been ArticulateT, the game master for this Legend of Zelda D&D campaign. With me to the end, playing Renji Vox, Nether.
Thank you.
Playing Hikan Sio, Avrdal.
Farewell. Until next time.
Playing Zaiden Shari, Robo-Pirate. And playing Max, Danny Cat.
We did it.
We did it.
Take care, everybody. Thank you so
Goodbye.
much. Bye-bye.
Bye.